In today's video, we're going to dive into the art of influence through four powerful approaches. One is mentoring, two is coaching, three is leading, and four is managing. Whether you're a business professional, a team leader, someone seeking personal growth, understanding these approaches elevates and gives you the ability to influence, to inspire, to guide others, even yourself. So stay tuned with me and let's explore the difference between all four of them. So let's jump into number one, mentoring. I believe this one's very important for everyone. Cultivating growth through guidance, whether it's for you or you teaching others, is very important in your business life and in your family life. You know, understanding the mentor role is, sharing your wisdom, your experience, your guidance. And let's talk about in your family life. You always want to make sure that your kids are looking up to you, right? And that you're teaching them the right thing. And I always say when it comes down to your children, it's not what you say, it's what you do. So that's a very important part as a mentor. That doesn't mean that you're a, business mentor or nothing. You're mentoring your family. You're showing them the guiding, the light of where you want them to grow, how you want them to be as a person. These are very, very important part. Then you're talking about in the business life. If you're a CEO, if you're a leader or anything, you always want to mentor the people that you're surrounded with, because if you have a business that you know the end goal for it, you need to be the mentor to show everyone in your cohesive team what you want. What is it that everybody needs to accomplish? So, mentoring them is very important. You, as a CEO, you want to have a mentor to be able to reach those goals, because you want to look up to somebody that's already done it so that you don't have to go through those troubling times and going through that rocky road, even though you'll fall when you go through a nice paved road, but at least you have a mentor that you could look up to. Very important. For example, myself at the present time, I have mentors that I look up to. I never want to stop growing. I never want to stop elevating in life. So I do have mentors. Bobby has mentors. Everybody should have one. Building relationship with the persons that you're mentoring or that you're looking up to that mentor. Having that strong connection between the mentor and the mentee. You need to have that connection, because if not, you're not going to really value that information that that person is giving you, or that you're giving to that person. If they don't have a connection with you, they really are not going to absorb it. So making sure that the mentoring is really valuable when you connect within that industry, your children, that one, building that rapport with them so that they could look up to you. Bobby and I have been so blessed that our kids have always looked up to us for advice, just guidance of like, how do I behave as a person when you're upset or you're angry? Sometimes you could be jealous of other people, and you have that mentor that you look at, that you're like, okay, no, wait, I need to be like this. And Bobby always says your biggest mentor is the person you do not want to be like, because you know for sure that you don't want to do. So take that also in this whole mentoring. The four ones that I'm talking about, mentoring, meaning also things you don't want to implement or that you don't want to influence to anybody else. So then also you have skill developments. You need to be able to like overcome challenges. You're achieving your goals is very important to put these in your path so that when you're talking to a mentor that you're wanting advice from, that you understand the whole path. So very important that you have skill developments with and rapport with your mentor. Okay, so let's get to number 2, coaching. So the difference between coaching and mentoring. Coaching, you're actually teaching someone a trade, a certain knowledge of that they want to actually learn. Mentoring is when you're looking up to somebody or they're looking up to you. So a little different, but in the same arenas, right? So coaching, let's define that a little bit. Exploring the coaching role is facilitating the self discovery and goal achievements. So this could be in many, in real estate, in actually investing, becoming an entrepreneur, opening up a business. There's so many ways that you could coach somebody. You could coach your children as, what you want them to in a sports, let's say, for example, or coaching them how to be able to manage time, coaching them that school and, personal life and sports, how to manage that timing. That's coaching. So having an active listening part is very important when you're coaching. You want to make sure that they understand the needs and the aspirations that you are giving them in order for them to be able to accomplish whatever they're trying to learn. You're not mentoring them now, okay? Remember, you're coaching them. Or are you needing a coach because you want to start something new? You want to get into a different career. You want to be able to learn a new trade, whatever it is. You really need to make sure that when you are coaching or you're being coached, that you are listening and that you are understanding the path in order to get whatever you want achieved. The importance of the questions. Very important that when you're getting coached, that you are asking very important questions that are going to make you understand whatever they're teaching you so that you can actually get value from whatever they're coaching you in. If you are coaching others, provoking questions, stimulating their thinking, making them want to grow in whatever arena is that you're helping them in. So this is also a very powerful way to influence people. So let's get into number 3, leading. So what is the difference between mentor, coaching, and leading? So a mentor is somebody that you're looking up to. You don't necessarily need to know your mentor, right? That could be people that are not even alive today, could be a mentor. A coach is somebody that is teaching you a trade, something that you want to achieve. And a leader is someone that you're actually having a connection with, that you're working with, that you are underneath, and they're guiding you through a particular if it's a curriculum, if it's a job that you're doing, a trade, something, but you are actually having a connection with. So, discussing the qualities that define the efficientness of leadership and influence. So, let's say that you are in the business world and you are in a department, okay? And the person that is above you is the one that needs to lead the goal, the mission, the culture of that department, right? So if you have that person is leading you and they're not worried about teaching you exactly what the mission is for this job, or that they see that the whole entire department isn't cohesive, they're not working together, and this leader doesn't come and say to his team or her team, this is all about teamwork. We need to work together in order to achieve our goals, our culture, our mission. Then that leader is not really doing what they're supposed to do for a team to win, right? Now let's talk about leadership at home. You're leading your family, your children, your wife, your husband. You have a team, and the leadership at home is the same exact way as a business. You want to have a culture in your house. You want to have goals in your family. You want to be able to have a mission statement within. So, leading at home with your children is the exact same way you need to lead a team at in the business world. So, that's very important because a lot of people miss that. That you need to be a leader to your next gen. uh, Being a visionary approach, making sure that your vision and inspirations, motivations, all of that is transferred down to your team, because as a leader, you have the vision and you need to pass that on so that your team could accomplish it. So that, remember, teamwork. So if a leader doesn't pass down that vision the proper way, how do you think that your team is going to be able to win? So that's another one. And at home, again, we're talking the same way. You come to your home and you're talking to your children on a family time, and if you don't pass on that vision to your children, they're little. Remember, they're not really yet where they need to be in life. They're going to be little. You want to do this since they're small. You want to bring in a vision approach to them so that they could start going through life knowing exactly how to run their personal life and be a good person, right? So that's mainly me for at home. Is my vision is my children and my whole entire family to be good human beings, bring good positive energy across the world. And then you always want to lead by example, demonstrating the behavior and the values you wish to see in your team and in your household. Very, very important. So I hope you understand so far the differences of everything that we're speaking about. So let's get into number 4, managing, guiding performance through direction. And how is this one different than all the other ones that we just talked about? Okay, so let's go back. Mentoring. A mentor doesn't need to necessarily be part of the organization, part of the team, part of the family. That could be somebody that just is the professional of whatever you would like to be. And that person could be deceased. That person could be a a person again that you don't know, or it could be part of your company, or it could be part of your family. So let's coaching is somebody that is able to teach you the skills, the trade of whatever you want to learn. They have that ability to be able to break it down and make you digest it and get that knowledge. Now, that person doesn't need to be the professional at it or have to be, actually working in that industry. They just understand it. They are able to deliver you the message for you to absorb it and be able to learn it. And then leading, you're actually being at the top, bringing down that knowledge and guiding you to be able to get that skill out in the real world and or in your family to reach the goal. Management is more of a person that I think is the one putting together the blueprint of everything, right? Exploring the role of managers is by overseeing the process and the performance of the whole team or of your family. Again, we're going to go talking about family and business because this just plays out in both um, lives, business and family life, personal life, if you want to call it. Also, making sure that goals are aligned, setting them clear, setting the objects clear, the expectations to guide the teams efficiently, making sure that everything is on point and that they're passing it down to that leader so that everybody could be cohesive and understand the mission and the goals of where you want that company to go. And again, personal. To me, this role in your personal life is more that mom figure or a stay-at-home dad, because it's managing time, managing expectations. Um, you know, think about managing your kids with their school, their sports, and their friends and family time. So I don't know why to me this is more of a role of that mom, stay at home dad when it comes down to your personal life. Making sure that feedback and support are there, providing that constructive feedback, supporting them, supporting the team leaders because that's what they're there for. They're supporting that team leader so that then that team leader could go ahead and deploy all of that information down to the whole entire team. And at home, the same thing. You're making sure that you're telling your children, hey, if you're doing this, don't do it this way because of this, and showing them examples and supporting them. Sometimes they could be mad or not happy with the situation because they wanted to do it their way. But if you're there to support them and make them understand that this is why you're telling them, it's much easier digested by them. I hope this video brought you value and that you were able to understand the four powerful ways to be able to influence others and yourself. If you have further questions, sign up for my live Q&As and I'll be able to answer any of them in more deep dive. Don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe to my channel so that I could bring you more valuable information on leadership and personal development.